Welcome to this awesome episode of Journey of a Mover. I'm George Pappas, and here we're having a look at the Freerun Terrain Park that Bounce Inc. has just launched. I was lucky enough to get an invite to the launch party and have a muck around there the other day, and while I was there, I just happened to bump into Damien Walters. Bounce Inc. has brought him out from the UK to come for the launch and also film some great content that'll be coming out shortly about promoting free running, where one of Damien's biggest passions as a stuntman. His awesome career launched years ago on YouTube, and let's have a chat with the man himself.
Welcome to Journey of a Mover, and this is Damien Walters.
Back here, Journey of a Mover. I don't know, sometimes the universe just drops you a golden egg. Yesterday I came to Bounce to celebrate the launch of the Freerun Terrain Park. Bumped into this bloke, Damien Walters.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, mate. Welcome to the country.
Ah, yes.
It's like I'm the welcoming party. You're here to bounce off this new terrain park.
Yeah, they invited me down and just said, you want to come and check it out? And it was a good idea, so yeah, pop down. I say pop down.
Yeah.
Hell of a long journey.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
24 hours on a plane, isn't it?
Yeah, 22 I think, yeah. So
Bang.
long enough, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Damien, I've been following his progress as a budding YouTuber. His journey started, predominantly on YouTube. Is that where your career launched from?
It was, yeah. I mean, I used to be a Great Britain gymnast in tumbling, and that's where I first started. Since I was a little kid. Yeah, I competed for Great Britain since I was 17 sort of time. And I just put a video on YouTube just to sort of showcase the stuff I did, just messing around and stuff like that. And then it was me having fun in the gym, and then yeah, like literally 3-4 months after I put the video on, I got a call from one of Jackie Chan's stunt coordinators.
Whoa.
And he said, "Oh, do you want to be in a movie?" And this was like when YouTube first started, like back in 2005, so there wasn't that many, it wasn't that widely spread.
Yeah.
So I said, I literally thought it was a joke to start with, and I said to him, it took a bit of convincing, and then he said, "Oh yeah," he says, "Want to come out here and do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." In fact, he's Australian actually. He's a guy called Brad Allen.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a film called Gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that was it. Then did that film, then went from the next to the next to the next, and that was it really.
And a career in stuntman sort
Yes.
of pursued from there. And then we were having a chat earlier, and you said, your driving force behind a lot of this was because of the sheer fact that you just love moving this way and doing this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've done it since I was a little kid, so it's, I just find it very thrilling to try and figure out a different way. All the ways that the human body can move is interesting to me, and the thing is like, if you're having fun doing something, then hopefully, some people, they'll enjoy watching it. If you're having fun and enjoying you doing it yourself, then I think that shows in the camera, and you've got it. I think life's too short to be going through things and doing things that you don't really like to do. I mean,
definitely.
Obviously at some points in life there is those things that you don't want to do, and you've got to get down and do them.
Yep. Part of it.
But yeah, I think it's one of those things that if you can get by and do something you love, then go for it 100%.
It's amazing. So, does any of this stuff, is there an element of what can I do that's bigger and better, or is it an inspirational thing that, there's a lot of creativity involved? You choreograph fight scenes and all scenes for movies, and I was looking at the wiki page, just to see the list is growing pretty fast. You've done a lot of work, but when you do some of these bigger, scarier feats, what scares you? It looks like you're not scared in the physical plane at all.
No, that's. I mean, a lot of people. I've heard a few people say, "Oh, they talk about different people say, oh, they miss that element in the brain that gets you scared." That is bullshit, right? Everybody in the world gets scared about something.
It's usable.
Exactly, and it's how you manage that. It's how you manage your fear and how you sort of, become, one with it, really. You know, you've got to sort of take that on board and kind of go like that. No, that's scary. I don't know what happened out there. Cheering, right?
Riot squad.
Yeah, riot squad kicking off. But no, you know, there's always going to be something in life that scares you, and you just got to sort of take that on board. And if you shy away from it all your life, then you know, then you don't grow as a person, really. So it's how you know, you've got to sort of take that on board and figure out a way to, you know, to deal with it. I mean, I always see it as a stepping ladder sort of thing. I see where I want to be, or a move I want to do, and I know where I am, and it's just filling in the gaps between it. There's no point in me thinking I want to be here, because it's never going to happen. I can't go from here to here. You know, if you're the most naturally talented person, it just happens, then great. You know, but that was never the case for me. I was never the most naturally talented person, if I'm honest.
Because that's what it does look like that a lot. And
no,
because
not,
I guess it's in a demeanour thing, but was that taught to you through gymnastics or tumbling? Because it looks like literally some of the moves you do and in some of your show reels, the body language. I mean, you jumped off a crane on the bungee and let go at the bottom. I did notice, that's actually one of the first times I noticed that excitement came after.
And that's the thing. I mean, most of the times I try and do things where, you know, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I obviously don't put on the things, but I mean, maybe I should. Is that all the attempts to do it? Because like as a kid, I could never jump the highest. I could never run the fastest. You know, I was always, you know, pretty good at stuff. But you know, I was never the most talented person in the world. But what I did have is, I knew that if I wanted to get something, I would keep going. 100%, yeah, 100%. I'd keep going until I got it.
And this is something when I, you know, Journey of a Mover and all the episodes I've done, but in my health coaching, and everyone knows that listens to me, it is literally about repetition and ritual. You know, your daily ritual, you become what you do.
It is, and it's evaluation as well. You know, there's no point. I mean, like I had a coach who was just keep going, and it's true. You know, if you keep going, that's great. But if you never evaluate what you're doing, then you're never going to get any better, you know. And that's the thing that, I mean, I was lucky and unlucky at the same time, that between 15 to 17, I didn't really have a coach, like a gymnastic coach. It was I went through a bit of a time of life where I really loved the club I was at, but I really wanted to do more stuff and get to a higher level. So I used to take a video camera to myself and go and watch, you know, the competitions and film the things frame by frame. And I knew the club I was at was a great club, but the different coaches were going different places, and I couldn't get the nutrition I needed from that thing. So I decided to take it upon myself to try and go away, and because I knew I wanted to be, you know, a tumbler. And yeah, so I sort of went away and watched it frame by frame, and I compared videos. And this when, like, you know, when I just bought myself a video camera, it's the first time they had stop frame motion, and then I'd compare that to me, and I'd throw myself around and all that sort of stuff, and I'd get it wrong every single way you can think of, you know, every single way, smash it on the floor. But the problem is that by evaluating those things, and I think it taught me such a good lesson at 15 that I'd watch my progress and go, well, that's not the same as this, and why is it not that? And it gave me that structure to learn from.
So you use that, it's like data analysis, you're looking at it literally and learning from it.
Because I had no choice. Like, instead of having somebody telling me this is what you do, this is what you do, which is what it was in gymnastics when I first started, and later on in my years. You know, which is great, you know, but then how do you learn yourself if somebody's telling you what to do all the time? Again, you can't grow as a person, you know. So after that, from 15 to 17, I'd sort of got that upon myself. So then when I actually got my coach, the national coach was a Russian guy he's the son of the Russian national coach. He came and taught me, and he asked me a few questions, and he said, I went for a trial with him, and he said, who taught you this move? And I said, I taught myself. And he said, okay, right, you start with me next week. And I was like, okay, cool. And then from that, it was the same thing. He'd tell me things, but again, I'd sit and evaluate it myself and figure out why is he telling me this, and asking him questions and what's the meaning of that and this, and I think it made me grow as a person. For like when I started doing the YouTube stuff and the stunt stuff, it made it a lot easier to evaluate things. And
you've been so used to looking back at these things and self-evaluation.
Yes, yeah.
That's awesome. There's some really good tips for all you budding free runners and learning. Like it's obviously very expressive and creative, but there's something that I'm going to take on board from now on is a lot of this footage I can utilise it, because I don't have access. Some people, I live in Phillip Island, we don't have access to a lot of coaching down there, so I can utilise that technique. Let's see.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and it's funny you should say about the attitude, the body language and all that sort of stuff, is that I'm quite a cocky person, but not in an arrogant way. Yeah, I do it in a jokey way, and everybody who knows me personally will know that if I land something, then I'm happy about it. I'll just pretend it's no problem. Do you know what I mean? And that kind of came across in the videos, and that's just me
really
being
does.
me. Do you know what I mean? Like, because that's the thing, is that what you don't see is that before that it's endless amounts of bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
And when I finally land it, I'm just like, that was easy.
Because you've been doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And then everybody's just laughing because like they know it's not easy. But it's like with the bungee jump. When you're right in saying, actually, it's quite funny that you should say that. That was the first time. I was scared. I was 100% scared. I was stepping off the thing, not knowing what's going to happen. Yeah. So I mean, it was the first time that I actually managed to do the front somersault out of it and landed it. And yeah, you're right. I was wanting to sort of walk off and that was easy sort of thing, and I sort of landed, started to do it, and then I'm just that happy that I just started smiling.
It broke out.
It broke out, and it's
That's a good thing.
you know, it's nice. It's nice to sort of, you know, you finally get that release. And
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
No, it's good, man. Look, it's been a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
I wish you all the best, and you know, all I can say is every time I'm lucky enough to meet people who are at the pinnacle of their game, basically some of these little points that you can take away, these are how people make a career, and it makes a lot of sense and the thing that I really love hearing from Damien was, you've got coaching and mentors in one hand, and then you've got your self-evaluation. It's something that a balance struck between the two, you'll progress a lot better that way, because ultimately it is you doing all this stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go out there and watch this launch for Bounce Inc. Thank you again, man. I'm so excited. So Journey of a Mover, we just interviewed Damien Walters. Holy shit, I don't know how that happened.